Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Elite Raceway. We're here ready to watch our Tier 1 drivers battle it out in round 19 of Spa, here in our second to last race of Season 3. Unfortunately, we won't have our co-commentator, Senor J-Dog, here in the comms box today, but you'll be stuck with me, La Rodri, for today, so just bear with me, because J-Dog is typically the hype man, but I'll try to get all the action while also making sure everybody stays in check and follows the rules. So, let's see, who is the first car out? We do have Padron Paz in the Ferrari. 22 laps here in Belgium with 14 drivers. We do have our top two championship rivals racing today. In the Ferrari, we have our defending champion, Mac T. Oh, sorry, in the Haas, actually. Mac T, who's currently holding first place in the standings with a total of 373 points, trying to get that back-to-back championship title. And right behind him is Tom in the Red Bull, who is actually only 10 points behind him with 363 points. So going to be interesting to see which driver finishes in front. But let's stay with, we have Padron Paz, going to be the first car to pass. And let me just lower the volume just a little bit. And let me just make sure the YouTube, you guys can hear me clearly. Alrighty, and you can. So, let's see. Multiple drivers out on track right now. So we do have Padron Paz going to be the first car to pass the line. He's going to set his lap right now. And race conditions is wet. It is raining, which is typical, I think, for Spa. Ooh, a little bit of a slip right there. He loses a bit of traction and is going to spin on the middle of the track, so he is ghosted, so that's good. So quite a tricky uphill to take when it's raining, I think, especially if the setup isn't exactly right. So I think right behind him we do have Modern Chicken, his teammate. And we also have Ladies Man also right behind him as well, putting in his lap. So a couple of interesting facts about this track. Like I mentioned, we're here in Spa. First Grand Prix to ever take place here was in 1950. I highly doubt we have anybody here old enough to have actually witnessed that, but yeah. One of the longest tracks on the calendar with a track length of 7.004 kilometers. For us Americans, that's 4.352 miles. Has 19 turns with 2 DRS zones, perfect for making great overtakes, but that's only if DRS is enabled. So currently right here during qualifying it's clearly going to be disabled. But Modern Chicken putting in a really good time right now. Looks quite solid. Looks like he's on rails. And his teammate does well to get out of his way right there. Is going to go on the final turn. Puts in a 157.3. And Ladies Man right behind him. Ooh, a little bit wiggly on that last corner. Puts in a 158.0. Let's see, I am on board with Cloud City now, going around the first corner right here. Takes a nice line. He is using up a little bit of battery before he goes up to turn 2 and 3. Almost goes wide. And does well to actually keep it within track limits. I actually thought he was going to invalidate right there. But Alvin Fang in the Williams putting up a 159.8. That puts him in P3 right now. And Tom is actually the only car in intermediates. Which I wonder what kind of time he'll put compared to the others. Wingish with a 158.8. That puts him right behind Game Boy. Ladies man. I'm still getting used to the new name. And ooh, Cloud City going wide again. Having a little bit of trouble there. And if any of the drivers that are in the pits, if they have any idea what the weather is going to be like for the race, I'd be happy to know. But I am on board now with Mac T, who's putting in his lap. He does have a car right in front of him. I think that might be Infinity. Nope. Infinity's in the pits. Oh, that was his teammate Cloud City. Hard to tell with the rain. Takes that last corner really nicely, going straight. And gets first place right there, 157.2. So only a 10th behind, ahead of Modern Chicken right there. Let's see. And Cloud City's going to try going again. But it does look like the rain is lightening up a little bit. A few cars are opting for the intermediates. Yeah, I think the chances of rain here were very high. I mean, we've seen in real life how often it rains here. So still staying on board with Cloud City. Takes that corner nice and smooth. And right where he was at, that's such a tricky corner, especially if you go a little bit wide, you might pick up a track limit warning and just end up getting penalties left and right there. So it looks like he backed out of his lap since he is not using any DRS. It goes a little bit wide right there. Anybody else setting their time right there? Let's see. Oh, Modern Chicken getting 155.6. So that's quite the gap. Ladies Man with the 156.6 now. So yeah, it looks like it does kind of look like the track is drying out a little bit. And Moikuli and Lofty Pickle are in their outlaps. Bottom four still have to set a time right now. But while we wait for Moikuli to set his lap, he's still on the, I think, the final sector right there. A couple more track facts. We do have, I was told that this year Perez actually put the lap record with a 144.7, 701. Fastest lap was actually by Lewis Hamilton in 2020 in the Mercedes with a 141.252. Also holding the record for most pole positions with 6 pole positions there. Michael Schumacher with the most wins, 6 wins. A really, really good track, I think, honestly. Moikuli is coming up close to the final corners. I don't think anybody else ahead was putting in their time. And I think I only actually mentioned the driver standing. So Constructors Championship, we do have the Red Bull team, Tom and Moikuli, both doing really well to bring points for the team. Tom, like I said, had 363 points. Moikuli right behind actually with 317 points. So together making 658 points. So I think they might have actually secured the Constructors' Championship. They are ahead of the Haas team by 169 points. So I think McT has done really well, except his teammate hasn't actually been showing up. He does have a reserve driver driving as his teammate today. But honestly, he's done well, holding the fort. Yeah, so it looks like it's looking to be tire conditions better the intermediates. Cooley here in sector 2, and the car ahead of him doing a nice job to get out of the way right there. I think that was Shofi. Mike Cooley doing a little bit of a Tokyo drift. Is going around the last couple corners and does well to keep it there. And he puts in a 153.6. Lofty Pickle had actually just gotten first right there with a 154.0. Moikuli definitely beat him right there. So it looks like it is going to be intermediates now. Anybody else putting in a time? Cloud City is on his outlap, still hasn't put a time in yet. Wingish with a 152.8. Nicely done, Wingish. Alrighty, so Cloud City is going to put his lap right now, so we're going to stay on board with him. Ooh, goes really close to that corner. So that first corner, it has a little bit of a slip right there. Struggling quite a little bit, which isn't really typical for Cloud City. He's usually quite a really composed driver, I think, in my opinion. And validated his lap time right there, which is really unfortunate. Let's see, right behind him is Infinity, who's another driver who still has to put his lap time right now. But let's see. I think Wingish is going to be going back into the pits. Yep, he is. And we do have about two drivers starting today on their debut. We do have Shofi and Andrew. Actually, Shofi raced last week, but only managed to do qualifying. So technically, if he finishes this race or starts the actual race, this will be his first. But Andrew, this is his first time as well. Looking forward to see what these two do. We have seen quite a few drivers definitely entertain us on their first races with us. want to see if he actually, yeah, so he did improve on his time right there. Has a purple second sector. So he was about 4 seconds up, so that can actually move him quite a few positions. Does really well on that last corner. He manages a 154.0, so that puts him up to P3 right now. Oh, has a spin. Almost had a spin. That was a nice catch by him, I have to say. His teammate. Let's see. So we do have Alvin Fang up 0.8 on his time, so that might put him up to P9 or P8 probably. Like I said, just bear with me. J-Dog is usually the hype man. He's usually also the mathematician. So it looks like Alvin Fang is going to manage a 153.2. That moves him up to P2. Let's see who else is already out. Padron Pass, I think he actually already put his lap time because he is running out of fuel. And Raphael up 3 seconds on his time. So the track is definitely drying out. And Cloud City actually putting a time finally. Gets a P2 right now with a 153.2. Fantastic time. And right behind his, oh, look at that, Infinity with a 153.1 now. So both drivers who didn't have their lap put in a really good final lap time right there. Manages top 5 right there. Let's see, Mac T on board with Mac T and Padron Paz coming out of nowhere with a 151.8. I do have a feeling that either Modern Chicken, Ladies Man, and Mac T will come out of nowhere and get that pole position though. Let's see, Modern Chicken on the final corner. Is he going to get a better time? He puts a 150.2, so that puts him up in pole position right now. Mac T right behind. And only manages a 151.5, so he does well to improve, but not enough to get past Modern Chicken right there. Tom pushing Mac T down with a 150.7. And let's see where Ladies Man pushing Mac T even further down with a 151.4. Let's see, Infinity and Cloud City. No, Cloud City did invalidate. Infinity going to the pits. Alrighty. Let me just tell them not to ready up. Alrighty, so our grid today, we have Modern Chicken on pole position. followed by Moikuli, Tom, Ladies Man, Macti, Padron Paz, Wingish, Alvin Fang, Infinity, Cloud City, Raphael, Andrew, Lofty, and Shofi. So it's quite close on the top. Tom getting in a better position than Macti right there for the championship. So just a matter to see who finishes ahead, like I mentioned before. Alrighty. So for those who aren't aware, we do have a couple minutes before we do set off, just to give the drivers a couple time to adjust their setups, especially like this. It was wet qualifying, now it's a drier race. It looks like it might rain later on if the drivers are listening, if they could let me know, but it is looking quite cloudy. Like I said, it's 22 laps. Anything can happen, so I wouldn't exactly push on the first lap, especially on the first corner. If they're listening, please don't be the one to try to make it 3 wide into turn 1 and then Pikachu face when you're when you're in the wall. But let's see, and it looks like we did have one driver who readied up, unfortunately, so they're gonna have to get it ready, because we're not gonna restart the lobby, especially with the high chance of it happening again. But they do have formation lap on. Let's see. I have warned them before not to get away from their screens, especially in the case of this happening. But I mean, if you've practiced for the race, you have your setups ready. You already know what to expect. And Lofty Pico, I guess, was away from his screen. Yeah. Yeah, they were asking if they were going to restart, but no, like I said, I mean, you do all the work to reset the lobby, and then imagine somebody does it again, and then it's just a whole mess. It's usually, you just have to be prepared. Yeah, and it looks like a majority of them were. Lofty Pickle wasn't, but let's see. I will be getting the tires up. So we do have the top 5 on mediums. Wingish as well on mediums. Lofty Pickle also choosing the mediums in the back. Quite a few drivers on soft, so there might be a possibility of rain happening soon, maybe. Looks like they might want to get a few overtakes done. Let's see. Let me just give them a couple messages right before. Alrighty, so they are lining up. Modern Chicken is on pole position, is going to be holding the inside line for the right-hand corner. And we are on board with Ladies Man right here. So it looks like Modern Chicken actually has a really great start right there. Gets fully ahead of Tom. Oh, a little bit of contact between Tom and Modern Chicken right there, but still manages to keep the car straight. Front 4 are in the same exact position, a little bit of side by side by Ladies Man and Tom right there. Tom keeping the position. looks like Ladies Man was trying to go on the inside right there, and Alvin Fang right behind Mac T. Wingish looking to make a move inside on the inside of Padron Pass right there. Oh, a little bit of contact, but they still keep the car straight. Nicely done. And it looks like there was a bit of contact behind. We do have Andrew on the grass right there. Remember, it's a long race. Safety car is a high probability here. So just keep it going. Just keep it going. See any position changes? We do have Tom and Ladies Man up a position. Mike Cooley actually losing 2 at the start. And Lofty Pickle up 5 positions after having disqualified during the during the formation lap. So props to him. Modern Chicken doing really well to stay ahead of Tom right now. And Tom do a little bit of contact right behind. We do have Mac T right on Moy Cooley. And Moy Cooley, let's see, he's under pressure by Mac T. Mac T thinking about going on the inside. Backs out right there. Nicely done. So the top 8 actually are very close, all still within less than a second. So they're all going to get the DRS behind the driver ahead of them. Let's see, Moy Cooley going on the inside of Ladies Man right there. And Tom actually doing quite well. A little bit of teamwork right there to defend. And kind of helps Moy Cooley get past right there. Nicely done. I think Mac T is going to be patiently waiting right there for a move to happen. So unlucky for Andrew, who's still behind, but like I said, anything can happen. A safety car can come out and help him to catch up to the grid again. Oh, we do have Modern Chicken under pressure by Tom right there. Yeah, so like I said, Tom is only 10 points behind Mac T in the championship. So, oh, I think that's Modern Chicken going off track. I don't think there was any contact. But he does get the position back. Ladies Man making a nice overtake on Moy Cooley right there. And it doesn't look like Moy Cooley's going to back out. Ooh, and they do go side by side up on the corners of a Rouge right there. Nicely done. And oh, you're going for wide, and that's Modern Chicken. I don't know why they would try making a 4 wide on the straight. I think that's quite ridiculous. But I mean, I only saw the helicopter view right there. But that is a safety car that does help Andrew to catch up back to the grid right there. Ah, that's very unfortunate for Modern Chicken. So 3 laps in, there is a safety car. So if I were the soft runners, I would probably pit. But I mean, it is looking cloudy. Yeah, who knows if there might be rain coming up soon. And I don't think anybody actually mentioned it on the chat, so we're just gonna have to assume. But we do have Mac T and Moikuli pitting, so they were on the mediums. Ladies man retiring, and I think he may have been a little bit at fault for that incident with Modern Chicken. I don't know, but he did apologize. So Mac T, Moikuli, and Wingish opting for the hards right now. And Tom and Alvin Fang actually staying out. I wonder if let's see. Oh, we do have ladies man's. I'm hoping Shofi doesn't get a 10-second penalty there, but we do have ladies man's car going out of the pits after retiring in there. Let's see, position changes. We do have, so the top two have been pit. We do have Tom and Alvin. Tom up 2 positions, Alvin Fang up 6. Lofty Pickle up 7 now. And Shofi doing really well, up 5 positions. And so far, no penalties, which is really good to see. Yeah, looks like all the cars are bundling up together. If I'm not mistaken, I think next lap or this lap, the safety car goes back in. I wasn't exactly paying attention, my fault. I was looking at the Discord chat. Yeah, so it is going to go out for another lap, and Tom and Alvin still haven't pit yet. Yeah, so Alvin Fang is going to have to defend quite well against Mac T and Moikuli and Wingish, since he does have a solid trio right behind him. But it is going to take a couple of laps for the hard compounds to kind of set in. But yep, like I said, safety car is in this lap, so we have Tom leading. Is going to be in charge of the safety car restart. Is slowing down to give the safety car a couple seconds to get back into the pits. He is in charge of the pace. Oh, and I think Shofi had a spin. That's a spin under safety car. Has to catch up now. He does have the medium compound, so I mean, he can get some positions back. Yeah, but it looks like Tom is ready to go, and they are off. Get this back up. Nice safety car restart right there. Wingage still warming up his tires. Looks like no movement behind either, so they are just sticking close behind each other. I mean, that is a smart move, especially with the hard compounds. I mean, it's definitely going to be a little bit slippery with them. But Alvin Fang making the move on Tom right now. On the inside, gets completely ahead. Nicely done by Alvin Fang. And Tom is closing in the gap back. So he is on medium compound, so he probably isn't stressing so much seeing Alvin on 5-lap-old softs. They're probably going to give out in a couple laps right there. But now his championship rival right there, right behind him, who is on fresher tires. And I think Shofi actually had another spin, so he is quite far back. Yeah, so the top 5, or top 6 are quite close behind each other now. So now I think DRS is enabled. Yep, it is. So Tom is going to have the DRS advantage on Alvin, but so is MacT on Tom. Looks like there's a little bit of changes happening in the back as well. Yeah. Oh, MacT right behind Tom. Looks like they're going to make it 3 wide, and Alvin Fang gets eaten alive right there. MacT on the inside of Tom. Ooh. Nicely done by these guys. Yeah, so Alvin Fang is going to start struggling now with those 6-lap-old softs. Does have Moikuli and Wingage right behind them. So just a matter of being patient. They can probably easily get the overtake done soon. Moikuli on the outside of Alvin Fang right there. That was nice to get past. Wingage waiting for his turn right there. Does roll it back out. Ooh, gets really close, but he is under pressure by Alvin Fang's teammate, Lofty Pickle, right behind him. So if I were Alvin Fang, I would make room for Lofty Pickle, his teammate, to get past. Nicely done. So a little bit of teamwork right there. And we do have a bit of movement happening in the back as well. Infinity. Ooh, looks like Andrew was trying to go on the inside of Infinity. Does kind of manage it. Let's see. No, he doesn't. Yeah, so it looks like it's not going to rain. The clouds are clearing up a little bit, so it is looking a little bit sunny. Yeah, so we do have Moikuli trying to see if he could get the overtake done. Doesn't manage it. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting battle between the top 6 right there. I think Rafael made a pass against Padron Paz in the back. I think Andrew's actually right behind Padron Paz as well. So it's a little bit of a battle between the the kick team against Padron Paz. Looks like McCooley is getting closer to Mac T. And Andrew getting close to Padron Paz as well. So it looks like there's 2 battles going on at the same time. And Alvin Fang actually dropping back now, already over a second behind Lofty Pickle. So it looks like the Songs are definitely dying, and he's going to be under pressure by Cloud City soon as well. Oh, looks like Alvin Fang is going to pit, so he is getting off the softs. I'm assuming he's going to go on the hards now. And now McCooley does have the DRS on Mac T. Mac T also looks like he's going to get the overtake done. McCooley on the inside of Mac T right there, gives enough space and manages hopefully to get another overtake. Let's see. Ooh, a little bit of touchy right there. Oh, nice side by side. A little bit of a snap right there by McCooley, I think. So that does bump Mac T a little bit. Ooh, Mac T, Jesus Christ. And Mac T did slow down a little bit right there. Wingish, hopefully I don't think he got any damage from that. Yeah, and Lofty Pickle actually lost quite a bit of time. He's already 1.7 seconds, now 1.8 seconds behind the Wingish, so it looks like it's only going to be a battle of the top 4 right now. Padron Paz having a spin, it seems. Let's see. So Wingish did say he wanted to get the win today, so here's hoping turns around for him. But ooh, Lofty Pickle retiring in the pits. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I didn't see him getting any damage, but I could be wrong. And Wingish managing an overtake on Tom right ahead. So 12 laps left, and it is looking like an interesting race. Yeah, so Tom is the only one who hasn't pit actually. So, and he's in actually a pretty good position. Still has quite a gap ahead of Cloud City. So, if a safety car does come out, I might actually put him in a good position in terms of tires that he'll have available. So top 4 are going to have the DRS, and is Mac T going to make a move before turn 1? No, it looks like he isn't. They're all staying quite close together. But Mac T is going to have the DRS advantage on this next upcoming straight. and is going to go on the inside, it looks like, and he gets the overtake done before the braking zone. Nicely done. Wingish right behind Moikuli. So Mac T is now leading the race. Raphael right behind, getting overtaken by Infinity. And Maxi actually doing really well to save up that battery. And Wingish actually sitting behind with a very good amount of battery. So he might just be waiting for a mistake from these two. And Tom, even though he's on 10 lap old mediums, he's still putting a gap between him and Cloud City. Cloud City was 4 seconds behind. Now he's 5 seconds behind Tom. So Tom's in a really good position at the moment. I think we do have Moikuli going for the overtake, gets it done before the corner, and Wingish closing right behind. And Tom actually out of the DRS zone now with those old tires. Infinity and Raphael going at it again, and Andrew sitting close behind. I think there was actually a pass by Alvin Fang in front of Padron Pass as well. And, ooh, Infinity going a little bit wide right there. Looks like Andrew's going to take advantage of that. Gets the overtake done. And now both Kick Saubers are ahead of Infinity. And ooh, Alvin Fang picked up a 3-second penalty. So that's the first car to pick up a penalty for track warnings. And we do have the top four. Tom actually back in the DRS of Wingish now. So has used quite a bit of battery to keep close to them. Looks like it is Maxi going to go for the overtake on Moikuli. Gets the pass done. And Wingish right behind Moikuli as well. Sniffing the gearbox right there. And Tom now picking up a 3-second penalty, so that is going to hurt him if there's a safety car. Because remember, he is second in the driver standings, so Mac T is leading, is in first place right now. And now Moikuli, so both Red Bulls now with a 3-second penalty. And oh, I think that's Infinity having a crash on the track. I don't think that's going to bring out a safety car. So Shofi, I mean, he's still quite far behind from the drivers ahead, but I mean, he is in the top 10 now. Great job keeping the car alive. So I wonder if Moikule, I mean, Moikule and Wingish aren't teammates, but he could probably use Wingish to get past and battle it out with Mac T, hopefully slow him down, pressure him into a mistake. But it looks like Moikule is going to go for the overtake, gets it done past Mac T. Wingish staying close behind. And Tom actually losing a lot more time now, almost 2 seconds, 1.9 seconds now behind of Wingish. So he is losing quite a lot of time with the old mediums. So I think he will be pitting in the next couple of laps. So 8 laps left for these guys, and let's see, any major position changes. Wingish up 4, Mac T 3, and Cloud City and Raphael up 5. So those are the most position changes right there. And our 2 drivers debuting today, Andrew, and Shelfie doing really well today. Yeah, so it looks like the closest battle we have is the top 3. And we do have Alvin Fang right behind Raphael as well. It looks like Mac T is going to get the overtake on. Moikule goes on the inside right there. Nicely done. I'm still waiting for Wingish to make a move. And Alvin Fang is closing in on Raphael. Looks like he's going to also get the DRS advantage right here. Gets that pass done on the inside. Fully ahead now before the corner. And good battle between these two, honestly. Andrew doing well to stay right behind as well. Oh, Moikule. Moikule almost losing it right there. Wingish doing well to break and avoid that. So now Moikule's mistake kind of cost him quite a bit. He's already out of the DRS zone of Mac T. He is using the battery trying to get close to him, but that is going to cost him. And I wonder how the hard compounds are feeling. I don't think Moikule got the DRS on Mac T for this. Goes wide and lets Wingish through. So now Mac T comfortably up over 1.5 seconds ahead of Wingish now. And Tom actually pitting and opting for the softs. So that actually is quite a good, interesting strategy. And now Wingish picking up a 3-second penalty. So Mac T, the only car ahead with no penalties. If it stays like this, he's going to secure P1. Looks like Alvin Fang close behind of Tom. Tom came out of the pits ahead of Alvin Fang right there. So he is on fresh softs. Can't probably use them to get the fastest lap. I think the current car to have the fastest lap is Mac T with a 145.1. So if he gets the fastest lap, that's an extra 2 points for him. He did come out 10 seconds behind of Cloud City. I wonder how much the softs are going to help him to catch up a little bit there. Yeah, so Mac T now over 2 seconds ahead of Moikuli and Wingish. Is in a really good spot, so 5 laps left. And looks like Moikuli's actually struggling quite a little bit right there, now losing a little bit more time. Moikuli getting past Winger's getting past Moikuli right there. Easy overtake for him. So it looks like the only battle we have going on right now is between Wingish and Moikuli. Mighty still in a good position. And it looks like that's another yellow flags, and that's actually Shofi spinning. Yeah, turn 1 is quite a tricky corner. Does well to get back on the track right there. I am assuming he has wing damage. Yeah, looks like he have quite a bit of left damage on the left side of that wing. And Tom actually taking out 3 seconds. He was 10 seconds behind Cloud City, now 7 seconds. Has used up quite a bit of battery. I don't know if this is going to be the lap where he puts the fastest. And it is actually, so he gets fastest lap with a 143.7. So that was over 2 seconds faster than what Mac T was able to put on the hards, obviously. And Moikuli getting past Wingish up in front. And looks like that's a virtual safety car. I'm not exactly sure what happened right there. I don't think that was Shofi. I don't think that was actually. It looks like it's only a virtual safety car. I don't see any damage on it, on any other driver. Yeah, unless Shofi got more damage than what he had before. But I mean, like I said, he's doing well to keep a top 10 right there. Unfortunate for a few spins. So they just have to be careful that they don't get the drive-through. You don't want to be passing the delta that it gives you. But green flags are out, so they're back to racing. Yeah, so main focus is the top 3 drivers right now. So it looks like Wingish is going to get the overtake past Moikuli. Nice and easy. And Wingish actually catching up quite a bit to Mac T right there. Oh, has almost a slip. Whew. Gave me a heart attack right there watching it. Did lose quite a bit of time behind Mac T right there because of that, but never know, Mac T might also make a mistake, although it's not that common for Mac T. And I actually think that may have been, oh no, looks like that was Andrew pitting. So maybe he had wing damage. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, so both Andrew and Shofi, Andrew did a 2-stop, Shofi with a 3-stop, so they had to have damage. So 2 laps up, we do have Mac T leading. And if this stays, I may be wrong. I think he might actually secure the championship there, but I'll have to double check. Mike Cooley getting the pass back on Wingish. So yeah, so it looks like the battle's between the top 3 still. Mike Cooley catching up a little bit to Mac T. Still has Wingish right behind him. So it looks like the battle will be on the last lap. It looks like between Mike Cooley and Wingish. I mean, they both do have 3-second penalties, but they can still battle it out. Nice little switch between the 2 Finnish boys. And looks like Valrontas is going to opt for the softs now. He's pitting again for the softs. Maybe he thinks he has a chance to get the fastest lap on the last lap. So see, so current one was by Tom with the 143.7. And ooh, that's yellow flags. I think that's Wingish, if I'm not mistaken. Or I think that was actually more Cooley. Could be wrong. It was around that area though. And Cloud City now picking up a 3-second penalty. So altogether we have from P2 to P6, 3 seconds of penalties for these guys. Mac T most likely secured P1 with with that if he doesn't make a mistake on his last lap. And even if Wu-Tang will still get P6 even with Raphael. Even with the 3-second penalty, I mean, Raphael is still 8 seconds behind him. And actually looks like Tom did catch up to Cloud City, got the overtake done on Cloud City right there, even with the softs. It looks like these two are having a little bit of fun right there on the last lap. But yeah, McT now up 4 seconds ahead of Mike Cooley. So as long as he doesn't make a mistake on this last couple of corners, he is going to be the winner for the Belgium Grand Prix. Nicely done, McT. And is Wingish going to try? No, it looks like he was too far behind of Mike Cooley right there to get the overtake, but does manage to get on the podium, and right behind Tom finishing in fourth. So we have, let's see if we have any more changes happening. Ooh, I think Padron Paso was going to try going for the fastest lap, but had a little bit of a slip right there. He was up 2 seconds on his time, but I don't think that's going to change anything in regards of the fastest lap. Yeah, so it looks like the fastest lap goes to Tom still. Let's see if Andrew left or got lagged down on the last corner. Shofi still doing a great job finishing the race, top 10 right there. Alrighty, and Mac T getting driver of the day, which is honestly no surprise. He did a really great job, didn't pick up any penalties. I think that honestly was one of the most important factors of this track. Let's see, so we have the top three on podium. We have Mac T in P1, P2 Moikuli, P3 Wingish. Tom's second in the championship, doing still a great job to finish top 5 right there. I'll have to check points wise how the championship standings is, but if anything, you look stay tuned for a YouTube short. We'll be putting the standings there. But yeah, and Tom picking up an extra 2 points for the fastest lap with a 143.7. Great job by these guys, honestly. Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned, even though it's just me today. But hopefully for the finale, we'll have both J-Dog and I on the comms box. But yeah, everybody stay tuned. Tomorrow we also have our Sunday No Assist division, if I'm not mistaken, in Qatar. Let me just double check that. Yeah, so we do have it in Qatar. And on Monday, we have our North American No Assist Monday division, also in Qatar, and our Tier 2 here in Belgium. So everybody stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Everybody have a great night, great morning, great evening, wherever you guys are watching. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow.